Haha, we are live. We are live. Yes, yes, we are live. There we go, that looks good. Okay. We'll pop that away right now. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here, over in Queen Elizabeth Park, here in Little Park, Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood. And this is your neighborhood checkup today. So we're going to be exploring the Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood today. Guess what? We're on top of the mountain. This place is called Riley Park Little Mountain. Because there's a big important park over here called Riley Park right next to Nat Bailey Stadium, right in the heart of the neighborhood. But there's also Little Mountain. That's right here. Queen Elizabeth Park is Little Mountain. And the Little Mountain Quarry was here too. So we're on top of Little Mountain right now. And this is another reason that they are Riley Park Little Mountain. Matt, good to see you. Justin, nice to see you too. Let's do our neighborhood checkup today. Let's check out this neighborhood, see what's up. Come with me right now. Let's go. You got an epic view here first. Come on, let's check out the view. You can see a lot of people out here today. The house I grew up in, it was just beside our alley. Very cool. Very, very cool. We're looking out towards Grouse Mountain right now. Right here. And of course, Mount Seymour. Right next to it right here. What a view. Look at this right here. It's the top of the mountain here. This is one of the highest points in the city of Vancouver. One of the highest points. You can see the downtown core from here and everything. It is epic. It is epic.
Drop of seawater under the microscope. These tiny little bivalves. And they're using those as feet. They move around. And these
Yeah, pretty cool, eh? Go! Nice to see you too. Good to have you on the stream. Yeah, we're on top of Little Mountain right now in Queen Elizabeth Park. Good to see you too. Yeah, epic day. And again, this is our neighborhood checkup here for Riley Park Little Mountain. So yeah, come on with me. Got another thing to show you before we leave this epic spot right here. Check that out right there. They got a restaurant right in here. Okay. A restaurant right in here. And that's called the Seasons Restaurant right there. Okay. And over here they got little signs everywhere that'll tell you where if you're standing in certain directions what mountains you're going to see. So if we could see clearly across from here, we'd see Mount Baker. Okay. Park, folks. It's a beautiful park. There's the conservatory right on over there. That is the Bodell Conservatory. Hey, nice to see you.
Hi.
That is the Bodell Conservatory right there. Can't film inside of there. They want you to come on in, pay a fee to go on in, which is good. It's a relatively modest fee too. It's a beautiful place to check out. And over here, you can see a little bit more of the places where people chill out when they're in this area. On over here. Where we are right now is the Grace McCarthy Plaza. Another one of the lookout points. Here. And you can see more of the city. House is like, I don't believe I've been here. But they also maintain the garden up here too. It's beautiful. These are going to get very beautiful very soon. House was like, I don't believe I've been here. Well, you should come with your husband a little more often and find new areas that you've never been to before. Ah. We'll head on into the quarry park. And see how there's a lot of people that chill out in this park here. It's a beautiful, beautiful park. And this is the remains of the little mountain quarry right here. And what they've done with the quarry is they've turned it into a beautiful, beautiful garden. In the park and out and about. So yeah, if you're inside right now, don't forget to get outside for a little bit. Beautiful day. Now this park right now is currently surrounded by a lot of single-family dwelling homes, but eventually what will happen is this park will become enveloped and surrounded by a lot of different towers, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. There's a lot of developments that are happening here. A lot of homes have actually been bought up in areas, and there have been lots have been combined so that they can create bigger properties to build towers on top of. Very, very interesting. We'll see one of the major developments in just a minute or two. Oh my goodness gracious, Sebastian! And right on over here, you can see in the distance some of the towers that are getting built. That's the Oak Ridge development right on over there on the old Oak Ridge Mall. That is a major, major development. That's happening. But on the other side of the park, to its north, is the Cambi Village strip, and there's new buildings that have just been finished and are now leasing out right on over there. As well as more lots that have been bought up to create more towers. And just like this right here. At one point in time, and even if you walk down to the street here, you can see a lot of homes, and a lot of these homes are bought up, and there's still people living in them, but they're gonna eventually get torn down, and more towers are gonna get put up. Just like the towers you see in the background there. Might be you buffering. And we are inside the quarry now. There might be a little buffering on over here, guys. This is the garden on over here in the park. Yeah, they've torn down some of the homes that used to contribute better cell signals over here. Plus we're in the quarry, so yeah, it's a bit different on over here. There you go, that's a little better. Pick. And even bamboo right here. Right here. Signal will get a little stronger now that we're leaving the quarry. Okay, looks like we've gotten better. Interesting character. Nice to see you guys. Keep the interesting character in the background there. Very weird. Been following me around for a little bit. Hi, Jerome. Thank you for taking us to these gardens. We didn't make it. Yeah, well, here we are. We are over here now. Riley Park Little Mountain. Yeah, we're on Little Mountain. And it's nice to see Nick and Mark as well, and Justin. And yeah, it looks like the buffering is now done and over with. Gil Hermie, good to see you too. Yeah, so let's head on out, and the signal will get better now. There is a few black spots in this area. We are in an old quarry. So we're going to be leaving this park. This park is absolutely huge. About half the size of Stanley Park. Stanley Park is ginormous. So you can see, it ain't ginormous, but it's huge. And we'll stroll down the path here. And this will take you out to the picnic area. And we are now out and about. Oh my goodness gracious! Master Jerome, where are you today? Well, good day to you too, Robert. Nice to see you. Yeah, we are out and about. We are going to head out of Queen Elizabeth Park right now. Come on, let's go. Let's go check out Cambi Street. So there's a nice big road here in the park. There's a big old picnic area across the way there. And we're going to cross. And this will take you over to the picnic area. There are a lot of people chill out, just like that couple's doing right on over there. Enjoying themselves. This is an old pond on over here. It has some beautiful flowers in it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flowers in it. You can see some of the bees right there. Just enjoying these flowers. They're all over the pond, right here. Secret little pond. There's ducks in there too. Okay, let's get out of this nature and get back to the main part of the city. Here we are. Back to the city. Justin There once was a guy who would jump into the pond at Queen Elizabeth Park and fetch frisbee disc for cash. Yeah, I can see that. Over at there is a frisbee, there's a duck pond. Not that pond that we just saw, but there's another duck pond. And it's right by a frisbee golf course. So here's Cambie Street here. We're currently in Riley Park Little Mountain on this side. But across the way, I believe that's South Cambi. Feel free to correct me if I'm getting that wrong. Here in the neighborhood. And here's the Queen Elizabeth Park sign right here. So yeah, we just came from Queen Elizabeth Park and Little Mountain. Oh my goodness gracious. I like to walk in B152. Nice to see you too. Yeah. We're down here right now. We're at the intersection of Cambie and West 29. Good to have you on the street. Yep, this is where we are. We shouldn't have any more buffering issues, but just let me know if we do. This place doesn't have the best reception. And you can see these new towers have moved in here. They're not really towers, they're multiplexes. 6 to 8 stories. And this is what's really interesting. This is what I'm talking about here, about all of these multiplexes that are moving into this area. This strip here used to be single-family dwelling homes. There's still a few single-family dwelling homes along this strip here on both sides of the street. And eventually those homes will disappear too. Okay, there's one person who's refusing to sell. We'll look at their home right now. It looks very nice. Now you can see right on over here these beautiful new condominium buildings right here. They're absolutely epic. Okay, that are giving more than just that single family, living in a single family home, more people a place to live. And that's what's happening all across the city of Vancouver, slowly but surely. Over here you can see one of these homes right here. Okay, literally surrounded by new developments. So new development there, home right here, and they have literally a development application sign here. This home's going to come down. They're going to bring a big 8-story building here. Something that looks a lot like this. Right here. You can see the schematic right there. 26 units of dwelling. And that's how Vancouver is starting to densify and change. Become less suburban and more urban. Because of course when you have a whole lot of this is the home that won't sell. You're really more suburban than urban. Well, Robert, that's one opinion. I can't. You can state that. I can't state that. I don't live there, so. But if you feel that way, very cool. And again, I'm not for or against development. Okay, I'm just pointing out what's happening here, guys. I've seen this growing up in Toronto. I've seen this process happen. And Vancouver, when you start seeing things like this home is empty now. It'll eventually get torn down. When you start seeing things like that, you know the towers are coming. And there's no way that you'll stop it. Developers will just give enough money for someone to move. Or the city will move them. It is a nice house, it really is. Beautiful garden here. Looks like, I bet a Karen lives there. Who knows? Who knows? There's some homes in Toronto that are literally surrounded by towers, and they just never sold. This is another one of them right here. Right next to this. And eventually, you know, over time, buildings like this will come down too. And it's move-in ready for sale. Viewman 92 saying, nice neighborhood. Yeah, it is a really nice neighborhood. And Robert's like, Australians don't build enough cladded style homes. They use ugly and brick by the seaside. Well, there's pros and cons to clad too, versus brick. Okay, so clad can become a fire hazard. When you have clad, you get little pockets where you can have the flame, additional pockets to brick buildings, where you can have the flames go up inside of the building too, as opposed to brick. So there's pros and cons, and I bet over in Australia they have a reason for that. We're crossing West 26th Ave here on Cambi Street. But I'm not going to say definitively because I'm not in Australia. Are there more Canadian flags on display in and around Vancouver? Not really. There's a few here or there. A lot of them were like Canadian flags that have just been up for a while, Viewman 92. Like for a really long time. A few extra stores that put them out in front because it'll attract shoppers. But beyond that, it's just people that always had a Canadian flag on their window. And just like us, I mean, we've had a Canadian flag in our windows for years now. At one point in time, people frowned on us for flying the flag in our window, and another point in time, now they're elated there's a flag in our window. I don't know what to do. It's just a Canadian flag. People are weird like that. So this is the intersection of Cambi and King Edward. And you can see some of the newer developments right here. We're right by King Edward Station that this building is right over top of. There's King Edward Station right there. Denise, good to see you. Deep from Toronto, thank you. No problem. Welcome to the Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood over here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Good to see you. You're getting close to the Canada line. Yes, we are very close to the Canada line. It's across the street. There's a waste management truck behind me, picking up garbage. Just to say, and there was a haunted house around this area before. Yeah, well, now it is literally, I believe the haunted house is here. I'm not sure. And now it's Towers, if I'm right. And across the street you got a Fresh Slice and a Tim Hortons. And a Chinese restaurant. I believe they tore the house down right on the corner. Yeah, well, all of those corners are now towers. Small towers or multiplexes. So sounds good. And you can see more developments are happening because we have a community garden here. We're now into the Cambi Village. We just once you cross King Edward, going north, you're on Cambie Street, you're in the Cambi Village. This is the Cambie and King Edward Community Garden. This community garden will eventually go away. Okay? All of these temporary community gardens and these dog parks are upon lots where the city wants them to be used still, but eventually once the paperwork is done and everything is copacetic, they'll tear down these lots, close the community garden and build another tower here. Here's Tonton Sushi right here. Mark's like, are those museums? And a lot of the buildings that we're walking past now on either side of the street, they're rental units. And we're on Cambi Street in the Cambi Village, guys. But a lot of these buildings here are rental buildings, as you can see. And that's what's changing here in Riley Park. We'll go down the 16th and then we'll head on over. And I'll show you some of the homes in and around the area too. The cafe that we'll get to just before it closes, hopefully. Not too far away from here. What time is it right now? 4:17. I'll get there at some. If not, we'll go to another place. You can see all every Wednesday or Thursday, more Thursdays than Wednesdays, we do a neighborhood checkup where we go and we explore a neighborhood. Try some of the food in the neighborhood, go to some of the parks in the neighborhood, give you a general feeling of what the neighborhood's like. Check out some of the houses that are in the area and just read up on a little bit of the history, just to be able to tell you things like, why is it named that? So, sweet Candy, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Now we're on Cambi Street. We just crossed West 21st. And of course, this area is called the Cambi Village that we're in. You can see the red signs that are on here. Okay. This is a business improvement area, so all of the different businesses that are here, including local churches and stuff like that, work with the other local businesses on this retail strip here, beyond the rental homes that are here, and some of the condominiums that are here. And they work to advertise this area. This area is normally advertised as a place for families to come and enjoy food and have a good time here with locals in the area. It's not a very touristy area, so you're seeing a local strip right now here in the neck of the woods, this neck of the woods. Hey, sweet Candy. Yeah, Oz is on the stream too, but he's editing a video. He's got a little bit more time on his hands, so he's working on his editing skills. He's working on his storytelling skills too. Good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. So up here is the start of the retail area here. Now this Cambi Village continues over here on this side of the street. We're in Riley Park, a little mountain. Across the street here, South Cambi, and when you get down to 16th, it becomes Mount Pleasant and the Fairview neighborhood. Okay, so we'll be turning at 16th, but the Cambi Village continues even further. So it goes all the way down to West 2nd Street. That's when it transitions to the Olympic Village. And we are now over here. You got your Choices Market grocery store across the street. You can see that big sign there, Canadian owned and operated. There you go, B-Wind. And then you can see other things. It's the Newtown Baker here. That's the original Newtown Baker, different from the Newtown Baker itself. You can see there's a whole bunch of different restaurants that are over here, including a Mexican-Japanese fusion right here. Beautiful restaurant, that's Mizo Taco. And they also have the Park Theater here. It's the old Park Theater. Right here. Yeah, playing the movie Friendship right now. And that's the movie they're playing right now in there. A lot of nice restaurants over here. This is an area that Asif should actually come for a fried chicken walk. There's 5 or 6 places I found when I was walking up the Queen Elizabeth Park along the way here that sell some sort of fried chicken. And so this is the intersection of West 18th and Cambi Street. There's a big old area right on over there where the locals love to hang out. Pop-up plaza right there. And they usually get some coffee from the JJ Bean right there. Across the street. This is one of the brick and mortar locations for Rain and Shine ice cream. Open 7 days a week from 12 to 10, even in the winter time. Along this strip you'll see a lot of Mexican, Vietnamese food. Of course, mixing in with some of the other Pan-Asian things here, and there's Chinese food along this way too. So a nice, interesting mix of different things that are available in the neighborhood. How hot is it there? It's around 18 degrees right now. Here's another one of the pop-up plazas right on over here. You can see the neighborhood. Dongtae Zhang Shanghai Dim Sum, right up here. Anwar, nice to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Yeah, we're in Riley Park and Little Mountain. Nice to have you on the stream. So over here, they're doing construction. You can see down into the pit there. They are building a new tower here called the W16. This lot was a community garden just a few months ago. And they dug the hole and built the pit. Now if we cross the street here, okay, we're into Mount Pleasant on over here. We cross the street here, we're in the South Cambie. And if we cross the street here, we're into Fairview. So we're going to stay in Riley Park of the Mountain and turn this way. Yeah, 18 degrees and sunny. Pretty nice day out today. No complaints. There's another view of the development there for you, just so you can see. They really did a quick job on this. Good work, construction workers. We desperately need more housing in the city. The more housing we have, hopefully the more of the prices will come down, because these old single-family dwelling homes are really what's holding us back here in this neighborhood and here across the city. A lot of single-family dwelling homes. And a lot of single-family dwelling homeowners wondering why people are leaving the city of Vancouver. And the craziest thing about it is there's not a lot of families that live in these homes anymore. A lot of the times it's like one or two senior citizens. And they just don't want to downsize, and fair enough. I don't think they should be forced to downsize. I think they should be able to live their life in their home. And at the same point in time, it's important to recognize that we do need the city to evolve as well. So it's kind of a catch-22. I also made the filling for his Shangaras. I believe that's what they're called. So we're on Yukon Street now. You can see how Yukon Street actually is cut in half here. Another block or two Yukon Street comes up and pops up again, but this home's in the way of a through street. I'll be having some of those tonight. And probably some more for breakfast tomorrow. They're delish, I can tell you that much. And they are delish. Shingara, Bangladeshi style samosa, vegan and delicious. Absolutely. And it has like a different feeling from a samosa too, so that's it. You can see all these small little homes that are here. This is really what this neighborhood is predominantly made up of, small little. Beautiful, beautiful little park. They have like a bike repair station right here. Drinking fountain. And there's the name right there, Lily and Toe Park. Okay, let's go this way. Nice to see you. And there you see some of the neighborhood. Not everyone knows about Lily and Toe Park. There's some of the houses that are in the area. And really, why would you? Unless you live on this street, you probably have never been down this street. Which is quite interesting. We're nearing Columbia. There's a place called the Mighty Oak over here. It closes soon, so we'll see if they let us in or not. Beautiful homes in the neighborhood here. Oh, Nick. That's awesome. This is Columbia and West 17th. We'll cross West 17th here and head up the street. Look at this garden here. It looks a little wild, but it's very, very well organized. Very well organized. You can see the hedgerows right here. The different flowers. Sometimes when you have a well-tended garden, it doesn't always necessarily look the neatest until you see the bounty of flowers that are over here. Ah! Ash has got a point there, Nick. The world would be a lot blander without your dad jokes. Here we are. I think it's still open. We'll go on in and grab a drink. Just crossing West 18th. Across the street here, this is the Mighty Oak that you can get caprese sandwiches, stuff like that. Okay, there's bacon and eggers here. They got swag. Much respect for the swag. Again, just keep it. You can see more of the swag behind me. But yeah, when you're in the neighborhood, it's good to pop into places like this. Okay. And it's just like a local institution. And can I get a snickerdoodle latte?
Medium?
Do you have large?
I do.
Large would be great.
Regular milk?
Yeah, that'd be great too. I'm keeping the camera on me and only me. I'm just talking to people right now.
Sure. And you want the caprese warm?
Yeah, that'd be great if you can, if you appreciate. One of those days. Look at this right here, look at this. So they got a whole bunch of different roasts and teas. Very cool, very, very cool. So yeah, we'll just wait and then we'll go. Ooh, that's very nice.
For you? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, guys. So here we are. We're over at the Mighty Oak right now. We got our snickerdoodle latte here. Okay. Let me check. House of is complaining. Yeah, we're good. We're good to go now. No worries. Yeah, we're good. We're good to go now. So this is your snickerdoodle latte right here. Nice latte. It's got a bit of chocolatey flavor to it, a little bit of cinnamony flavor to it too. Yeah, sometimes when you go into these places, it can get a little buffery. That's true. And then we got the snickerdoodle latte here. Okay. We got the caprese sandwich right here. That's a croissant sandwich. She warmed it up so you can see right there. Here's the croissant sandwich. Nice tomato, big pieces of cheese in here. There's pesto in here too. That's the green stuff that you can see on the side here. Mmm. Oh, this tastes really good. You can see the big slices of cheese in there, and the pesto. The sando is absolutely delicious. That is good. I'm not sure if it's a tomato or if it's pepper. I think that's pepper. Yeah, I think that is red pepper. It tastes more like red pepper. Yeah, look at this char right here. This is awesome. Some of the locals don't know what to make of me. They're like, there's an outsider there. Typical Vancouverites who live in single family dwelling homes. The same attitude that kills wonderful businesses just like this. Yeah, definitely pepper. Really, really good. It's the cheese that's the main piece of this. Like, this is vegan. Like, vegan people can eat this. And the pepper brings like a lot of flavor to it, and then the croissant with the char, of course, on top. It really brings like this nice little nutty pesto flavor, with the smokiness of the char. Yeah, it's just an absolute delish. Absolute delish. Over here at the Mighty Oak. Okay. Let's get going. Yes, we are back to on the road. The signal should get a little bit better. Because we're moving now. Yeah, it was like a roasted red pepper. That was awesome. That was absolutely a nice sandwich. Really, really good sandwich. Oh, wow. As we're passing through the neighborhood. It really gives us an opportunity also to map up the different areas so we know where to take you folks and what isn't necessarily the nicest area for us to walk you through an experience. This is Chess and Checkers Park right here. Used to have a giant checkerboard here. Okay, still does, but now it is more of just four corners in the neighborhood here. I'll head up the street. Ooh, that sidewalk is closed. What? The sidewalk is closed. Hold on. We gotta go on the other side. Doesn't want us to walk on the east side, forcing us to stay on the west. East Vancouver. It's just across the street, East Vancouver. Yeah, hopefully that'll change. Give me a sec, let me check something. Okay, we're good to go there. And this is West 19th. And here we go. So walking you through the neighborhood, showing you what's going on here. Giving you an idea, like it's a whole bunch of just homes here. And this is a lot what the majority of Vancouver is like, to believe it or not. It's a lot of single family dwelling homes.
I love pizza, so I'm running.
We're very close to Main Street here too. So the signal's probably gotten a little better. They don't put as much coverage in some of these neighborhoods in the old Shaw Company as well as the new Rogers Company. Here we are, here's the local park right here. And see, predominantly a playground for the kids. There's a walk around area here too. We'll keep the camera off of the playground. This is Grimmett Park. Just a tiny little park here in the neighborhood. Just tiny, tiny, tiny. There's also a little hockey arena over here. Some pop-up nets that the neighborhood has put in here. There's even bags for the doggos behind the house here. You can see, ooh, the camera just went all over the place. Ghost and a gimbal right there. And there's the hockey arena at the back there. Oh, kids are going in, so we'll turn the camera.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
My book, okay?
Yeah.
That's Grimmett Park. How often can you say you've been to Grimmett Park? Now we're in the heart of the Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood here. This is Main Street. We should be good here. The signal should be very good here. And of course we know where we are right here. Okay. If you just head down this way here, that's 18th right there. Okay. This should be 19th right here. Yeah. So this is East 19th we're on right now. And that's 18th on, and she is just down there in Sunhop Park as well. And we got a big residential neighborhood, or a big retail strip here. And this is called the South Main retail strip right here. Let me know how the signal is now. Let's go. There's Welk's General Store there. Asif loves Welk's General Store. Here's the old Neptune Records right here. This is your record shop right here. And they'll still have the old school record store vibes to it. They have people that'll come on in and actually play their instruments and with their bands right here in the shop. So it's a cozy little shop. Nice to see you. Right in there. Quite the sight to see. And you'll see a lot of different retail along the strip here. Okay? Some of the more popular things along here are, of course, restaurants, bars, but also antique stores and thrift stores as well. Thrifting is very popular here in Vancouver. Just glad you're enjoying it. And thanks for your patience, guys, too. We don't necessarily know when we do these neighborhood checkups, you know, how the internet's going to be in some of the different parts of the neighborhood. So, you know, it's easy just to walk down these retail strips.
I saw your YouTube.
Hey, nice to see
I
ya.
saw your show.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were doing something for a festival and everything. Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
funny? I was looking up like Cortez Island and some other things, and then you came on.
Cool. I'm Jerome.
I was like, how do I know them?
Good to see you. Local neighborhood here. They got some of the sandwich in her teeth. There, we fixed it. Hey, what can you say? What can you do? When you film in a small town like this, people will recognize it. Good to have her on the stream. Joe was saying, hey Jerome and everyone, I went down for a nap earlier waiting for the stream to start. Never slept. Drabble! Nice to see you. Yeah, we're on Main Street in the Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood. Good to have you on the stream. We're over by one of the pop-up plazas over here. They'll have musical acts come in here. This is a very popular place for musical acts. They'll sometimes have other things in here too. Very interesting. And this place kind of overlaps with Mount Pleasant. So you'll see the Mount Pleasant neighborhood also work along this strip, even if you're in the Riley Park Little Mountain side of it. This is very interesting to see. There's Bob Likes Thai food right there. The Thai restaurants here in the neighborhood. Wow. I'll let you guys talk about the bus incident. I'm going to keep going on the neighborhood checkup, but feel free to talk about it. It does need to be talked about. There was a bus accident with Horseshoe Bay. One of the bus drivers had a medical issue, and the bus crashed, and it was very unfortunate. Well, as much as I know. I just heard about it yesterday with Asif. So, keep going along the strip here. Oh gee, love that neighborhood. The trees are so green, quaint houses, and all these shops. Good to have you on the stream, OG. Good to have you on the stream. So, we're here on our neighborhood checkup. Just passing the Heroes Welcome. This is your Navy and Air Force Veterans in Canada bar, right here. And we'll keep walking. Good dim sum shop on the corner here. Dim sum. Dim sum. There's an epic seafood restaurant right here. This thing's pricey, but good. There is some good dim sum around here somewhere. Very cool. Thank you for pointing it out. Not quite sure where, but I get your feel. And you can see this development has popped up. It's brick cladding, so it's actually wood on the inside here. And it's gone up in less than a year. They've been able to put it up. It was merely a lot a couple months last year. So it hasn't taken long. Oh, that's the one, the Sunwa? Yeah, I know. Yeah, they do got good dim sum in there, but I know that place more for the seafood. Very cool, very cool. So we're on the same page though. Yeah, their dim sum isn't over the top, like for price wise. Like you're getting high quality dim sum there. But some of their seafood, the reason it's pricey is because it's super high quality. Yeah, cool, Justin. Thanks for pointing that out. That's a good point. Very good point. Here's District 11 right here in the Main Street Village Plaza. It's your late night ramen spot. I've never been here late at night, so I'm not sure. And that's what everyone says. It's a cool barbecue spot at the end, and of course the Sully's, where you can get your lock bagel with smoked salmon and lox, or cream cheese and lox, as they call it, which is smoked salmon and cream cheese with capers. We're at the intersection of King Edward and Main. And we're going to go up a little bit further and then come back down. There we go. Yeah, that's Helen's Grill right on over there. That is our institution. That really is. We'll walk back past there in a minute. And see all the different restaurants that are on here. Ice creameries, local grocery store here. This is the East-West Market. This is your community grocer. Here's Yugo right here. This is your sushi restaurant right on over here. Asa and me have been in there before. They have some great food in there. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, when you're over here in the South Main neighborhood here, in this stretch, you are in Riley Park and Little Mountain right now. Okay? And this is really the heart, the beating heart on over here of the Riley Park Little Mountain. Right here. This is where people are going to come to get their groceries if they're not driving to a bigger grocery store. You can see there is quite a car culture over here too though. That's because a lot of the single family dwelling homes that are in the neighborhood. So Vancouver is very pedestrian friendly, but also has a car culture. It's kind of caught between those two, whereas in certain areas it's urban, certain areas it's suburban, and you know, it's just a kind of mixing pool where they're mixing together, they're changing over time, and the neighborhoods are gentrifying and changing. So if you actually go down to the end of the strip here where you can catch the R4 back to Oak Ridge 41st Station, there's a new tower that just popped up down here, and more of these buildings developers are starting to look at to take down more of these buildings on this retail strip. And while they're going to keep the retail at the bottom floor, build taller buildings along this strip. That's what we've heard. So don't know when it's going to happen, but you can already see signs of it happening. This is the Zika Cafe right here. This is a beautiful, beautiful cafe. Beautiful, beautiful food here. I had their pistachio Dubai, the cream cake in there, and the cup. I didn't even know that pistachio Dubai was becoming a trend at that point in time. I was just like, that looks good, I'm gonna have that. Then I found out it was really trendy. I was like, oh, okay. It was delicious nonetheless. This is East 28th Ave here. And this is the chicken box. This is where Asif and I have been. Best coffee is a bold claim. I'll have to look into that. True, true. And this is the chicken box right here. This is a popular place. It is a chain, but this one on South Main, in South Main, does a particularly good job. It's a Korean fried chicken chain. And again, this shows you the thrifting that's in the area here. And these aren't necessarily the cheapest thrifting. It's not necessarily the over the top though either. More than high quality thrifting. So they're making sure that whatever you buy, you're going to be actually something decent. It's not something that's like falling apart. What if they do have the best coffee? Here's East is East. This is a good place to get chai apparently. Still haven't been to it. We're walking past the local Nestor's market on over here. The grocery store. You can see some of the locals out and about here on the strip. Nice to see you. Drabo saying I love thrift stores. And the thrift shop in Cara still has some good finds, but they get snagged up quickly. That's true of all thrift stores, to be honest with you, Draw. That's a good point. Good advice. So there's more beyond here you can go. And if you are going to the Riley Park Farmers Market, it's just up here one more block and then over to Riley Park. We're going to walk back now on the other side of the street here, just to show you the other side. Okay, and then we're going to head on over to another thoroughway and take you through a few more parks in the neighborhood. Just to give you a bigger sense of the neighborhood, we're really bisecting it today. So going through the middle of it, and not the conventional way. So we can cross the street now. We're crossing Main Street. Here's Main Street right here. And we're just waiting for the lights to change here. Yeah. This is Main and 29th. And this is East 29th. We are in East Vancouver. We're past Ontario Street. Just to say, so many memories growing up in my mother would stroll stroll with me through Main Street. So true, so true. A lot of people actually send me texts and messages, like texts on YouTube and emails and stuff like that, talking about memories on strips just like this. And particularly Main Street is one of those strips that really evokes a lot of memories amongst the locals and former locals who used to live in the area. Passing 101 Bubba over here. You can see the restaurants that are right here. Now we're passing all the people out just enjoying themselves. And you can see the neighborhood has come out. You can see a lot of people out and about and strolling up and down the strip. Yeah, one of those antique stores just across the street there. I think that's like the Raven Antique or something like that. This is the intersection of East 28th and Main here in the South Main neighborhood, which is part of the Riley Park little mountain neighborhood. South Main being the retail district. So this is J&J Antiques we're passing. Hey, nice to see you. There's some of the charitable donations, people out hustling, making their money. So they do work for different charitable donations each day and try to get donations from people on the street. Nothing wrong with that. It's honest work. Oh, Jackie right here. Sushi Fusion. Carson's Books.
No, but you know how when you first get it.
Old school bookstore here. You don't see too many of those used bookstores anymore. Vancouver does have quite a few. And right on the second level here is Simply Delicious. After me actually went up in here, there's a nice little outside balcony in there. Down below, this is the Chickpea. This is their brick and mortar. You often see the Chickpea car. They do have a brick and mortar. And not just a food truck, but a brick and mortar. And this is their brick and mortar. Very popular. Okay. And the local meat right here. You can see the different patios that are out here as well, here in the neighborhood. Passing Victory Tattoo. They got a good rep. We'll keep walking. Here's East 26 right here. I'm passing the Main. Oh, the local pubs in the neighborhood. You can see people sitting outside over at the Blends having a coffee. This is just such an epic neighborhood. such an epic neighborhood. While you do get tourists over here, okay, in this section down here in the Riley Park little mountain part of the South Main retail district here, as just and you know, like the tourists really don't walk this far. So it really is a little more of a locals vibe down here, a locals feel, especially south of King Edward here. So if you are in the neighborhood, this is definitely a place to cherish in your hearts. And if you're looking for a place to get a different vibe and a feel, just continue walking further south of 16th Ave and you're over in an epic area that's a lot different. This is Aperture right here. We've been in here before. This is a jazz coffee bar. On the weekends they have live jazz music. They'll even do hip-hop acts in there though, and other types of music too. They don't just keep to their jazz aesthetic. They do mix it up from time to time to give acts the opportunity, local acts the opportunity to come on out. And this is Helen's right here. Helen's Grill. We'll come here at some point in time. It is open on Mondays, so they can do a Munchies Mondays at some point in time here. PB, nice to see you. Good to have you on the stream. Yeah. Yeah, we're over here at King Edward and Main Street. Good to have you. Over here in Vancouver. Artigiano cafes with the old sign. Still got the old Artigiano sign, not the new Artigiano sign. Very cool. And here you can see a bit more of this new building that's just gone up. I'm working on the windows there. And the ground floor where the retail is going to come in. It's going to be called the Lydia by the Locarno Development Company. There's a beach over here called over in the area in the city of Vancouver called Locarno Beach. That's near the University Endowment lands over in West Point Grey. Furthest west you can go in Vancouver. Look at that storefront there. That is epic. With the old school typewriters. Wow. This is the regional assembly of text here. Look at all of these quirky shops along this street too. Asa's got like this art supply store that he likes. Get all these different types of different objects you can use for sculpture and stuff like that. And mixed media arts and a whole bunch of other arts. So if you are in the area, this place is always busy on the weekend. This is what Justin was talking about. And what Justin's talking about here is the Sun Su Hua seafood restaurant. Very, very popular, very, very highly regarded restaurant. You can go in there and have a reasonable dinner that will cost a little bit more, or you can go in there and break the bank too. Like it's one of those restaurants. It's a little more high end, but definitely worth it if you're looking for that type of experience.
If you want, we can make.
And here we go. Going down East 22nd here.
You're gonna like it. You've been here before too.
And we're now going to head on over to Fraser Street and show you some of the Fraser Street strip in the area. So we'll head along East 22nd Ave here. Okay. And show you a little bit of the residential neighborhood too. Cutting through some of the local parks over here. So you get an opportunity to see some of the parks. There might be a little bit more buffering as we go along, so just be prepared for that. When we get to closer to Fraser Street in about 10 minutes, it'll pick up again. If it does buffer. Beautiful, beautiful area on over here. Beautiful, beautiful area. And again, this gives you an idea of the homes that are here in the area off of the strip. So you can see these ginormous 2-story homes, 3-story homes here. They were actually a lot, that's a gentrified home there. You can see they built a full second floor on top of it. Okay, it used to be a lot smaller of a home. So a lot of these homes have been either torn down or built up and gentrified over time. And down on over here, built a lot bigger than they originally were. A lot of small single family wartime homes used to be here in the neighborhood. We're over here. This is Prince Edward Park. We're going to keep the camera straight or looking in a forward direction. Okay. And off of the playground. You can see the main path that goes through here. And if we keep it on me, that's good too. It's a beautiful, beautiful park down over here. You can see here the kids. There's a playground right next to us right here. Okay. We're looking at the school ground right now. On over here. Keep the camera on us, but there's a whole bunch of kids, whole bunch of parents on over here enjoying themselves. There's kids just crawling all over the place here. Wow. If you look on over here, this is the David Livingstone School right on over here. Okay. And you can see more of a classic British Columbia design here with the peaked roofs. It's not normal on schools you'll see in other areas. Usually in Ontario or Quebec, you'll see schools that have a lot more flat roofs. You have a fresh new community garden. It hasn't really started yet. They've put out the boxes on over here. And there's more to the area as well. There's a splash pad here and everything else. If we keep the camera facing this way towards the community garden, we can walk down the path and the steps. There's no kids playing in the splash pad right now, so we're good to go on over here. This shows you the big green space that's on over here in the neighborhood. You can see how a lot of the families on over here, they bring their dogs on over to the neighborhood. But it's just a nice, huge, big green space. And you got a beautiful view of the mountains above the trees here. Just a beautiful place to be right here. Beautiful place to be. You can see different people out here playing, chilling out, enjoying themselves. That's what this neighborhood's about. And then you got some washrooms here too. And those washrooms are open right now, guys. Just to let you know. So this is Prince Edward here. And we just left Prince Edward Park. And we'll walk along the street here, which is East 22nd. We continue going along East 22nd here. Continue going along East 22nd here. PV is like great place. Yeah, I know, eh? Here's an old Vancouver special right here. Looks like someone with a wheelchair lives here and they got a ramp. Very cool. Draws like having his grandmother tell him stories about this neighborhood. That's awesome. Here, good to hear. Good to hear. There's an example. Here's two of these smaller homes. This is that used to right across the street here. Look at this. So this home here and this home here. This is what used to dominate this area. Okay? And over time, these homes either got second stories built on them and stuff like that, or they got torn down and bigger homes got built in the neighborhood. Okay? So you can see these little homes here. These are the old wartime homes. Very, very quaint. Very, very cool to see that some of them are still here and well kept. And a lot of the time, you can see right here, like there's a whole row of Vancouver specials here. What would happen is these buildings would get built. These Vancouver specials would get built because they were zoned to be zoned quickly by the city. Okay? And then over time, again, they would tear down these homes on over here. Okay? And in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, they'd build these bigger homes right here. Just these big two-story homes right here. Sometimes with attics above them. Yeah, cute little homes. You can see how this home looks a little newer than some of those other homes that are here. Some of the Vancouver specials, really look like they have more of a wear and tear than this building here. Or this building here that has a little bit more modernist architecture with the flattish roof. And this right here, tennis court right over here. This is Tupper Neighbourhood Greenway right here, right next to one of the local schools in the area too. Don't know, the map isn't telling me what the name of the school is here. And there's Emma's Early Learning here too. Look at that right there. So we're gonna crisscross through here now, along this way. And there's another path up ahead. Here, Tupper Neighbourhood Greenway, right here. And the school's got like this old school running track here. It's not really much. It's just like a gravel path out here for the school. Looks like this is a well-used tennis court. Look at those tennis nets right there. You can see those tennis nets. Well taken care of. In Toronto, sometimes it'll be like chainmail fence that is here. Over here, it's like fresh nets put up. A lot different. A lot different. We're over at the Tupper Neighbourhood Greenway now. This is a rain project on over here. It's a rain garden project. And this is a local school here. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what the name of the school is. It's not showing up on the map. So if anyone knows the name of the school, feel free to drop it. Okay. So I'm not going to walk around to the front here. And this is the rainwater garden right on over here. It's supposed to gather rainwater as it runs down the hill here and prevent flooding, especially in this low. You can see how this is a low-lying area here, and then it starts to go up a hill again. So they've built these like rainwater areas, like wetland right here, which is pretty cool. These are some wetland plants right here, and it really sucks up all of that stuff, all of that, and prevents this area from really flooding. Sir Charles Tupper High School. Thanks, Draw. And this is Sir Charles Tupper High School right here. Very cool. I appreciate that. It's cool that they have like this little park laneway, neighborhood laneway right here, right at the school too. It gives a place for the kids to chill out, especially for high school. Okay. And also just a place for the neighborhood to come out to and enjoy, especially with like the tennis courts on over here. Wow, this place is awesome. Riley Park Little Mountain, folks. You are on your neighborhood checkup right here in the neighborhood of Riley Park Little Mountain. Welcome, folks. Yeah, look at the benches here. These are cute. That is so cute. That is awesome. I would, like, if I lived in this area, I would come on over here and just curl up on these benches for hours, especially this shady one right here. This looks awesome. We got this awesome like mural here. So cool. Eastman! I love this. I need to like see. Where's the Eastman cross? Okay. Resting streamer face. Let's keep going. Beautiful area. Oh, it looks like they got an auto shop in here too. Look at that. Wow. High school auto shop. I started getting rid of those over in Ontario, which is quite unfortunate. How are you going to get your auto mechanics? You got to give them an opportunity to learn. Looks like they got overflow portables over here too. We're over at Carolina Street. There's Carolina Street right there. And we're heading up the way. We're real close to Fraser Street now. And you see some of the newer developments. This building's been here for a bit, but newer. And again, let this guy pass. You got these tiny little homes right here. Go ahead. Tiny little homes right here. This home's actually going to get torn down. They already got a sign here, and they're going to build more over here on this lot. So interesting. Welcome to Fraser Street. So this is Fraser Street right here. Okay. On this side we're at the border now. Okay. So on this side of the street is the Fraser Street neighborhood, or on Fraser Street. We're in Riley Park, Little Mountain still. But the minute we cross the street, we're in Kensington Cedar Cottage. So that is Kensington Cedar Cottage right there. But this side right on over here, this is Riley Park, Little Mountain still. Apparently. Just double checking my borders, I am right. I can see how the retail is down below, and as they continue to build these new types of developments here with the multiplexes, because this used to be like single family homes. This side of the street used to be just like this side of the street here. Okay? They're putting the retail in on the bottom floor, and it's helping enlighten the retail area. This is one of the starts of the retail strip down here. Okay, so this is part of the Fraser Street retail strip. Over here, you got like Malaysian bistro right across the street there. French Vietnamese restaurant. That's pretty normal for the Vietnamese. Okay. Different cafes, again all in Kensington Cedar Cottage on that side of the strip. And then over here, this is where they got some of the more services. So the midwifery group, this is where you got registered midwives as well as massage therapy. Okay, and the moms in the area, retailers, and there's more restaurants as we go down on both sides of the strip here. When you're in this neighborhood here, you got to think Riley Park, Little Mountain. You get a mix of Filipino as well as the rest of the Pan-Asia community, but Filipino is very prominent here as well as Vietnamese. Okay, especially when you get to this side of Riley Park, Little Mountain. Okay, there's also that Canadian Eurocentric population that's been here in Vancouver for a very long time as well. And that's very prominent in Riley Park, Little Mountain. So it's a mix of all of those different types of groups here. So very interesting to see, very, very interesting. And along this strip up here, there's actually some Filipino restaurants. So we'll take a look at one of the dessert bars that's on over here. And try something. If it's open, hopefully it's open, fingers crossed. Vancouver Family Preservation and Reunification Services. Interesting. This is King Edward and Fraser Street here. Again, across the street here, that is Kensington Cedar Cottage. We went through Kensington Cedar Cottage on our last neighborhood checkup. And right now we're on our neighborhood checkup on over here, and what is supposedly on this side of the street is the Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood. This is the border. And one of the other retail strips that's on over in this area. Ace of Faze, that's an awesome name for a barber shop. Tasty Planet, what's on over here? Veggie samosas, chat puree, chicken kebab, interesting, and then a Thai restaurant here at the corner. Very cool, very cool. When you're in this part of Riley Park Little Mountain, this part is often overlooked. People often will go beyond here and head down right to the Sunset neighborhood and the Fraser on Sunset neighborhood where the Lapu Lapu Festival was held. Okay, and that place is a little more vibrant, a little more populous, okay, and popular. But this is a nice little local stretch right on over here. And come on down here and check this area out. This area is very, 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 very good. Mixed like samosa. Very cool. Well, we're gonna go in here. Otaho. Filipino style soya pudding. So let's keep the camera on us. Okay.
Oh, that's my bad side.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just keeping it on my face.
No, I'm just
No worries, I love being teased. So, we're just gonna wait right here, guys. They got a Vigo in here too. Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to try one of your cold soya puddings. Yeah, thanks.
Really good, really good. You like
That's what I heard.
Enjoy.
Thanks. So we're gonna try one of their cold soya puddings. I'll have to try it outside. Yeah. So this is like a Filipino dessert. Okay, and some people in the local Filipino community told me to come on over here and try it. So I was just like, hey, we'll try it. Oh, Robert, thank you for the $7.99 super sticker. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, it's appreciated. Thank you very much. That's going to cover some of the food. So it gives you an opportunity to see some of the different stuff that's here in the neighborhood for you. I already had a sandwich over at the Mighty Oak, so you know, this is a nice little to top it off. Yeah, so if you're yeah, like I was saying, like you got to come down to this part of the Fraser Street strip as well. Don't just go on over to Sunset on Fraser. That is still an epic neighborhood to check out. But this strip has some amazing food on it too. And there's like Filipino restaurant after restaurant right on the strip here for a few more shops. Thank you very much. What's the damage? Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's a great price. It's $6.40, guys.
You need receipt.
Yeah, a receipt would be great. And I use a straw, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a bubble tea.
Oh, it's like a bubble tea.
But it's soy milk.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good to know. So I'm just gonna put the straw in right now, guys. Okay. And then get out of their hair. Justin, thank you too. That's greatly appreciated. That helps cover the some of the food here. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, thank you, Robert, also for the super sticker. That's great. Yeah, it covers it. So there's like this warm. This is it right here. Okay. So this is Filipino soya pudding. Okay. They got like the syrup in here. Okay, and then like they got this pudding that you drink through a straw. Oh, it's got bobas in it too. Wow. It's like this malt flavor to it. So the syrup's like really malty. It's like this malt sugar syrup. It's like caramel. It has like caramel flavor to it. But a little darker than caramel, if you know what I mean. It's a lot thicker than a bubble tea. And the syrup is warm, so this is not like a cool, refreshing drink. This is like a real dessert, it's like a thick shake. This is awesome. It's tasty. Check it out. So this is Otahu right here. Okay. Then there's like Sari Sari Tio, the food market right on over here, next to it. Okay, and then you go down further here, and there's more Filipino stuff on over here too. This is nice. It's not so sweet. Okay, that's a nice thick drink. It's definitely gonna fill me up. That's cool. It's very cool. This is Hannah Brook Farms here. Pizza Canaro. This is Egg.Co. They're not open right now. It's your breakfast joint. And then over here, this is where you start getting into your Filipino cuisine again. Okay. Not all of these places are open right now. Some of them open more on the weekends. Local dojo in here. Okay. And then at the end here, this is your Papanga's cafeteria right on over here. Okay. And they have more Filipino food right here. Okay. Your pancit sequoia, risotto, your palabok. Okay, your sig sig. They got your halo halo. Okay. Just epic. Epic. So, but this is what we're having right now. Oh, there's fried chicken right across the street too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they got lumpia right in here too. I could have got lumpia over at the other place where we got this Otaho. Yeah. Very cool to see you guys. And thank you again to Robert, I believe, and Just for the super stickers. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. That covers the food. This is just a thick shake. It's tasty though. It's really tasty. So you can see some more of the retail that's over here in the area. And again, more of these new developments that have moved in here. More of these new towers that have come on in. And this is 33rd or 31st Street up here. Can't remember which one. We'll find out once we get up here. And this is where the local graveyard is. A couple more blocks up here. In the Riley Park Little Mountain area, this little mountain graveyard right on over here. So this is East 28th here. And you can really see how they're really starting to develop this area and really bringing in a lot more of these multiplexes here on the strip. And of course, over time, we'll start spreading out to more and more blocks. It will take time, like it won't happen super quick. And eventually at one point in time these houses will also be, the owners will be offered a good price to sell their house. You can see Vancouver Special here combined. And then here's one of the old houses that used to dominate the area. This house is for sale right now. This is probably $1 million, believe it or not. These homes are not cheap. A lot of people found themselves in homes that are super. And the homes that they used to buy for $500,000, $600,000 on over here, okay, that are now going for $1 or $2 million just because of rampant runaway inflation. Wow, this is epic. And then over here, of course, on the other side, and this is your local your grocery store right out over here. Your local No Frills right here. Awesome. This is awesome, guys. Real thick. Awesome. So we're leaving Riley Park Little Mountain right now. And I'm just going to walk down to the bus stop. It's just one block down here. So you can come with me. We're now in Kensington Cedar Cottage. And this has been your neighborhood checkup. Now we started over in Queen Elizabeth Park, went down Cambi Street, checking out the Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood, starting off at what Riley Park Little Mountain actually is. Little Mountain. It'd be easy for me to go to Nat Bailey Stadium and Riley Park. You guys have seen that when I've gone on over to the farmers market. Oh yeah, this is so thick. I just love it thick. That doesn't have a double meaning at all. Thanks for making me chuckle. And after Cambi Street, we walked through the neighborhood, tried out one of the sandwiches at one of the local institutions. We'll save Helen's Grill for another day. Okay? But the Mighty Oak over on 18th Street at 18th and Manitoba. And yeah, and then we went to the Main Street area, the heart of the Riley Park little mountain neighborhood. Checked out that, and then checked out some of the parks on the way over here, and now we're over here. So yeah, thanks for coming on over to Fraser Street here too with me and checking out the different areas here in Riley Park Little Mountain. This has been your neighborhood checkup with Jerome Forrestwood and the Riley Park Little Mountain neighborhood checkup. So thanks again for coming along. Oh Nick, you were making me laugh too. Yeah, thanks for coming along. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye folks. Oh Nick, I love him. I love him, makes me so laugh. Hit the like button.